to all of you. Yay! Bigger question is, what do we play next? Yay! Is your first live stream? Well, you're gonna have to come back Saturday, and then next Tuesday, and then next Thursday, and forever and ever and ever. So we'll have to figure out what to do next, but that was definitely quite the journey. We put in a good 4 hours today, and we put in a good probably 3.5 earlier this week, so nice. Yeah, 4 hours. 4 hours tonight. So much for my plan. My plan is to do 2 hours on a Tuesday and 2 hours on a Thursday. But I got sucked into it pretty hard, and it has a lot to do with you folks that are watching with me as well, so thank you. So I'm going to let the credits roll on by, and we will, of course, you know, clap and say thank you, game developers, for making this game. I can't even remember when it was made, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but it has stood the test of time for sure. It had its frustrating moments, but I think the artwork, the storyline, and you know, the kind of quirkiness of it definitely paid off in the end. So I was happy to be able to play it and share it with all of you. Yay! Thanks, Merowinds. Thank you. Yes, I am now streaming on Saturdays instead of Sundays. So Saturdays will be hidden object games, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays will be action, adventure, MMOs, RPGs. I don't know, Fortnite. Who knows? But that's gonna be what I play during the week. Yeah, Spicy Horse Games. I believe it's Japan. I think. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, they're definitely over in Southeast Asia. Most hopas are made by Slavic folks. That's right. Pretty much Eastern Europeans, for sure. Well, Luna Blue, I was happy to have you with me. I know that I had started this game a long time ago, but I was really happy to get a chance to finish it. And I'm happy that you were able to hang out with me while we did that. You know what? I don't know if they would ever be a third in the Alice series. It's hard to say. This game was released in 2011. Wow. Yeah, 8 years ago. So, if anything, it would be a reboot, I think, by a completely different developer. Because don't forget, the whole Alice in Wonderland fiction is in public domain, so anyone can use it to make a new video game. Alright, Luna Blue, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. So I'm going to let these credits go on by, and I'm going to kind of mic out, and that'll do it. That was awesome. That was cool. A little, you know, emotional and kind of unsettling at the end, but that was the 1860s. Like, it was kind of a dark time, right? And this definitely is based on fiction from back then, and the sensibilities and morality back then were much different than they are now. So, you know what, Florence? I am fully open to hear suggestions. I have some adventure games in mind. I have some RPGs in mind, but I really have no schedule at all for the adventure side of things. For the hidden object games, that's kind of my classic, whatever gets released, I'll play what gets released. So thank you so much, Sims Pinky. I appreciate you hanging out with us again. I would hope I would have been nice if they had actually had some music here, but oh well. We'll have to make our own music up. Spicy Babies. So basically, for a game that's, you know, has a long development period, if there's a baby born during the making of the game, I guess it gets shouts out in the credits. 4 babies were made while this game was being made. Or I guess 4 babies were born. Not technically made. You know what I mean. You want me to sing? Here, I'll put on some background here. Just, I mean, the credits are gonna be a while, so. Did I make a mistake here? Uh-oh. I think I broke the game. Oh, there we go. Now at least we have some music. I can... I'm not going on any kind of reality TV for my singing, but I can hum a good tune. So just FYI, this is not music from the actual game. This is some other music. I like to sing Christmas tunes, but we're kind of past that, aren't we? Frozen, yeah, sure, we'll do Frozen. Somebody at work was telling me that they saw Frozen for the first time over Christmas holiday, and I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, isn't Frozen like 5 years old? Like that is not a new movie. But anyways, Frozen's actually one of my favorite movies. Monsters Inc. and Frozen. I think of that kind of genre. The Lego Movie. There you go. There's my three favorite movies of that kind of genre, I guess. Kid movies? I don't know what the genre is called. Monsters Inc., Lego Movie, and Frozen. They're doing a Frozen 2? That's cool. Didn't they just release in 2018 the Wreck-It Ralph Part 2? Which I have not seen. You know what? Tangled. Is that with this Scottish lady in it? Is that? Do I have the right? She wears like the blue dress and she's Scottish with the red hair. Is that Tangled? Or am I thinking about something else? I never saw Mona. I never saw that one. Oh, that's Brave. Ah. Okay. I only remember it because my father's Scottish, and I think of that character, and it's, they've got the Scottish thing captured pretty well. Tangled is basically Rapunzel. Ah. Brave is red hair. Yeah, got it. Okay. I had my I don't even know if they're Disney. My Disney princesses mixed up. I actually like the first Wreck-It Ralph. I haven't seen Ralph Wrecks the Internet yet, though. Tangled is a blonde Rapunzel story with a horse and a frying pan. That's kind of specific. Shrek, I like the first Shrek. I'm not sure if you folks like that one. I didn't like any of the sequels. But I enjoyed the first Shrek. That was a fun one. You know what I want to see that I haven't had a chance yet? I want to see that Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse movie. I think I might see that this weekend. I don't know, something about that movie intrigues me. I don't know if anyone's in the has seen that. If you guys have seen Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse. You're playing GTA 5, are you? Cool, cool. Your cousin's cat is annoying you. Well, you gotta kick the cat to the curb. Is it an indoor cat or outdoor cat? Oh, so JJ, you've seen the Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse? I saw like on Rotten Tomatoes, it was like 90% or something. Yeah, I saw did a new How to Train a Dragon film. Do you think they'll ever do a reboot for Harry Potter? Do you think that's like brand new actors and just basically reskin the whole thing? I was wondering about that the other day. Reboot of Harry Potter. The live action of Lion King. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Don't they have a... Didn't they announce... Was it live action Dumbo or was it animated Dumbo? Like, I think they announced a Dumbo recently. Bumblebee. Isn't Bumblebee like in the 80s or something? I think I want to see Bumblebee too. You know what? Like a Harry Potter with more of a mature tone to it. That would be cool. That would be very cool. I don't think the books are mature for Harry Potter. I mean, the Game of Thrones books are kind of mature. I've only read one Game of Thrones books, and I read two Harry Potter books, I think. Yeah, Harry Potter reboot would be kind of expensive for sure. It's live action Dumbo? Yeah, okay. I thought so. Well, look at this. We're going to have like 20 minutes of credits so we get to chat about random movies. That's fun. HP mega fans will revolt. Eh. They've rebooted so many things. You know what I mean? Like, get over it. It's like 60-year-olds watched it and then they rebooted it and now the 20-year-olds are complaining. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Oh, you're reading Game of Thrones? Cool, cool. You know what I love about I read the first Game of Thrones book, and the first like chapter in the book is exactly like the first like 10 minutes of the first season of the first episode. It's so cool. Oh, you know what I wanted to mention since we're on this random topic? I've started reading The Expanse, which is kind of a sci-fi book. I just started reading that over the Christmas break there. And they have a TV show, The Expanse. I mean, if you like sci-fi, that might be your thing. But I'm reading the book and I'm watching the show too. You don't think they'll ever do a Harry Potter reboot? You know what I think? So Harry Potter was what, 10 years ago? I think when the kids that were reading and watching the movies 10 years ago become parents, they'll reboot the damn thing. So you're right, it could be 20 years from now, but Harry Potter is definitely getting a reboot. It's way, way too popular not to, but it's going to be when the kids that read it are parents. It's like Star Wars, right? Like Star Wars kind of got a reboot, but now it's like grandkids watching the new Star Wars movies. You know what? I watched the recent Ghostbuster movies with the lady cast. I thought it was fine. I had no issue with it. Um, I don't know. I think there's certainly a portion of our population that just wants to be angry, period. The first Harry Potter movie came out in 2001. Okay, so if you do the math, let's just average it out. 2005. So let's say by the time that those kids, they probably watched it when they were 5 years old, say maybe 10. When they're in their 30s, that'll be maybe 20 years. So maybe a 2025, there'll be a reboot of Harry Potter. That's my prediction. Oh yeah, they're going to reboot Twilight? See, I read a Twilight book. Um, just okay, so my reading is more eclectic. I'll read pretty much anything, and if it's mainstream, I usually want to read at least one book. Like I read Hunger Games just because it was popular, you know what I mean? And like Vampire Diaries, I read Vampire Diaries as well. Only one book because I just struggled through it, but I actually really liked Hunger Games. I read was it 3 books? I read all of the Hunger Games series. But I couldn't read more than one book of Twilight. Only read one or two of the Harry Potters. It's a bit too much. But hey, I always like to try it out. My reading taste is just like my music taste. It's eclectic. It's all over the place. It's in the moment. There is a lot of people to thank for this game. Yay! Holy mackerel! This credit scene is like probably at 15 minutes now. No, I actually like. Okay, so I like vampire fiction, werewolf fiction. Um, so I actually didn't mind the Vampire Diaries. I can't remember. That was the first one I read. It's when they're like at the vampire college or whatever, and one of the characters she escapes and I don't know, doesn't do her training, and then they get attacked. And it's funny how I remember it. But anyways, you know what? I am not sure that the credits on a loop. I want to make sure these people get their moment, so we'll see it. Yeah, I like vampire fiction. So right now I am reading, like I said, this sci-fi Expanse, and it's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's kind of like the humans populate Mars and Saturn, and then there's like three factions. There's the Mars Republic, United Nations on Earth and the Moon, and then there's like this third party that's all the interplanetary asteroids and stuff. I'm all over the place. I'll read um, history. I'll read vampires. I'll read sci-fi. I'll read gunslingers, mystery, anything, frankly. Yeah, I won't read romance either. That's the only one I don't read. My mother is a huge romance novel fan. Almost embarrassing the amount of romance novels my mother's read. Yeah, that movie about the guy that was stuck on Mars. Hmm. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Watched the show. Bought a book with like I don't know. It's a big thick Buffy the Vampire Slayer book. Never read the thing. I forget the actress that plays Buffy, but I don't know. I always thought she did such a good job with that character. I actually liked that whole ensemble cast in the show. I forget the other lady and then the dude there, but those three characters, even the old dude that was like the keeper or whatever, I actually like the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Spike, ugh. Sarah Michelle Gellar, yeah, I liked her in that. She was cool. You liked Angel? Oh boy. I hear you. It wasn't necessarily my favorite character, but I hear you. Yeah, Buffy was cool. I like Buffy. Like just that strong female character that just kicked ass, it was cool. She was the center of attention for that show, which was kind of rare at the time. She was on Criminal Minds for a while. I mean, I think she's obviously moved on to other things, but weren't they rebooting Buffy, or did I dream that? Are they rebooting Buffy? Hmm. Another show I really liked was Veronica Mars. I forget what that actress's name is. She's in that show now, the Good Place. But I really like the show Veronica Mars. You know what? I watched the new Sabrina Teenage Witch show on Netflix. I really liked it. I don't know what the act. I'm terrible with names. Terrible. But the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the new one on Netflix, I really liked that. That was awesome. Man, this is one heck of a credit scene here. Let's just keep talking about TV shows and movies. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I really enjoyed that. I thought the darkness of it and the storyline was compelling. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Florence, you're right. Sleuthing is my catnip. You're absolutely right. I really enjoyed Veronica Mars. I remember seeing the movie at the theater and having like a smile on my face, like a freaking fangirl the whole time. Kind of embarrassing, but big fan of Veronica Mars. You know, I haven't gotten into Gotham. I haven't gotten into a lot of the superhero TV shows. I don't know. I heard Gotham's really good though. Yes, that's right. The girl from Daphne from Scooby Doo. I like that actress too. She is really good. I don't even know what her name is. Hey, I think we're getting close to the credit end here. I think the credits are finishing. This video is going to be 40 minutes long because I am not editing it. I'm going to just leave it as the final battle and all the credits. I like the live action Scooby Doo movies. I mean, they're kind of dopey and kind of silly, but I like them. Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar played Buffy and Daphne. Oh, cool. You know what? I'm like I said, I'm terrible with names. But now that I envision her in the Scooby Doo, I hear you. That makes sense to me now. Whoa! Yay! Oh, look at this. We can do New Game Plus. Let's do it again. Let's start from the beginning. No, let's not.